What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Sweet Spot. Today we check out these paddles, doing a first impression of all these, and they've all been really great. So let's get into it. So first off is the Flik F3. So I feel like this paddle has been pretty underrated. Like, it feels pretty buttery when you play with it. It's pretty soft, plush, and has good dwell time, has a very good sweet spot. Honestly, I thought the elongated was better than the hybrid just because they have like the same swing weight, like 116. So in that sense, like, the hybrid was already pretty heavy for a hybrid, and yeah, I might as well use the elongated. So for me, I like the elongated more. But anywho, this paddle is definitely a staple in my bag right now, especially if I need more control for dinks and just all that. I would say I wish I had a little bit more power sometimes, just because I would say putaways are a little bit harder, especially compared to, higher end power paddles. But yeah, really fun paddle. Pickleball, etc. Justin worked on this, so they did a really good job on it. So definitely recommend this paddle. So next up is the Havik2 by Maverix Pickleball. So overall, yeah, I would say I like the graphics on it. Looks pretty cool, looks pretty unique. For sure, the head shape is very unique, almost looks like a stop sign. They've been using the shape for a while now, so if you're used to that shape, honestly, it's probably the best Mavericks paddle yet. There's different foam densities inside this, so they're a really cool paddle. Also, Justin, Pickleball, etc. also worked on this, so yeah, they did some really cool things. Definitely kept the numbers pretty low in a good way, so it's like a 110 swing weight stock, so easy to add weight on it, and definitely needs weight, but once you add more weight, it starts hitting a little bit harder. I'll say it's probably in the low power to all court. And yeah, there's also some internal weighting, and the foam layup actually looks pretty cool too, so I'll show it also. But yeah, overall, I wouldn't say it's gonna blow your socks off. It's a solid paddle. I just want to see this hopefully in maybe a different shape too, and just to see how that goes. But overall, pretty good paddle. I would say it's feels really easy to just pick up and play for the most part, other than the head shape. But the actual core and sweet spot is actually pretty good. So yeah. Next up is the 11six24 Power2 series. This is the Pegasus shape, but yeah, this paddle has such good grit. There's such delicious grit. It almost feels like carpet or something. It just feels completely different from traditional carbon fiber. So really excited for them to push this tech. The only negative thing, it's not USAP and it's only PPA, so I think it depends on where you live. In SoCal, it's pretty strict, I would say, just for USAP only, so we'll see about that. But yeah, this paddle is just overall very fun. It's everything from drips to like drops and just dries and dinks, just everything just feels extra spinny, so you just feel the ball getting like gripped way more just because of the surface texture. So yeah, it's a very fun paddle. Really excited for this to get on the market. So the vapor shape will be coming out in a couple days, so definitely check that out. I think all these paddle companies are just constantly pushing new technology, so really excited that 11six24 has this new grit. The overall feels very, very solid. Almost reminds you of like the Loco or something, but like almost more solid. So yeah, really fun paddle. I'm pretty sure it's an EPP foam, and but I would say the outer foam actually feels more dense compared to other traditional floating cores. So we still don't know the exact details in it, but for sure there's fiberglass in here too. But yeah, the Power2 series is legit. So next up is the Spartus P1. This one has been pretty exciting, and there's been a lot of great feedback from like Pickleball Studio and just like John Q and just a lot of the other reviewers. So really excited for this to be on the market. Just yeah, it's also another floating EPP core, has fiberglass. A lot of people compare it to the Loco, but like maybe a step down. Yeah, so I would say it definitely hits harder after it breaks in, so that's one thing. And yeah, for sure on like kitchen shots and just rolls and all that and just dinks, I feel like there's definitely more spin on my shots, a lot more obvious compared to just like normal peel ply. Yeah, it's just a really good paddle. Really excited. They're also doing P1 in wide body and also elongated. So, you know, the P1 has been a pretty great paddle so far. But I do have to note that there's, like, I would say the early versions had some loose edge guards. So definitely make sure that you have a sturdy edge guard. Like Josh made sure that this one was like fully sturdy when he sent this one to me. So yeah, they're doing some new edge guard improvements from like how they glue it. So yeah, really shout out to Spartus. They're doing some great stuff. You know, all this is all the grit is made in the USA, so really cool with that. But definitely recommend this paddle if you're looking for a paddle that's like a power paddle, but also a little step down for like the loco, a little less pop. But overall, if you're looking for something that's going to last, you know, you have this grit that's definitely lasting. It hasn't been showing too much degradation just compared to other paddles. So definitely recommend the P1. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I hope that first impression helped with all these new paddles coming out. Hoping to do some full reviews for the Power2 and also for the Spartus P1. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you on the next one.